go. So you're back again. Brilliant. Okay. Conscious in these videos, I keep looking up that way because that's where the back of the house is, and I can, if anyone's needing me for any reason, that's where it's going to come from. Okay, so we've looked at done the roll back, done the press. Okay, there's one more posture to go to actually finish this sequence. It's called grasp sparrow's tail. Okay, lan chui wei. Okay, so grasp bird's tail, grasp sparrow's tail. Something quite tricky to do. Okay, the camera's quite near a bird feeder. If I was to try and do it, it's going to be tricky. Okay, but let's see what today's posture brings. So we've done ward off left, ward off right, done roll back, press. The last one is called push. Okay, so again we'll just go through the form from the beginning. So again, at the end of this we'll have a video of just revision up to this point. Okay, up to the end of push, so you can go through that over and over and over again, because there's no such thing as too much practice, really, unless you're doing it out in the screeching sun, the blazing sun, and you haven't slapped the sun block up. So anyway, I'm sure if I was to record enough of these videos, I'd gradually get redder and pinker and so on as time went on. So I'm trying not to do that. So let's go up to where we finished, which is the end of that posture of press. Now remember, press is more like a light touch. Okay, it's there as a support, a backup, if you wanted to push someone away in that. Okay, so starting, heels together, toes apart, arms loose by your sides, gaze straight ahead, allowing your thoughts to settle, just taking a moment just to focus on the fact you're going to do some Tai Chi and you're not worrying about anything else. So sink all the weight onto the right leg. Step out to the left, transferring the weight across, square the waist, square the foot, stand up equalising the weight. Arms rise, led up by the wrists. The fingers rise. The elbows sink, hands come back. The elbows go back, fingertips point up, hands come back down in front of the thighs. You sink, turn the weight and catch them. Transfer all the weight forward onto the right leg, squaring our waist up toward the east. Turn the waist to the diagonal. Take our controlled step. Transferring the weight, the left hand rises, the right hand falls. Turn the waist toward the front, allowing the back foot to pivot on its heel. Okay? Whenever you go into a front stance, the back foot will always pivot on its heel. Just carry on. Moving forwards, all the weight now on the left leg. We caught the moon again. Transfer the weight to the diagonal. We take our step. Transferring the weight. The right hand rises, the left hand tracks. Turn the waist, pivoting on the heel. Fold into that right hip a little more. Transfer all the weight back as the arms, fingertips of the right hand are pointing upwards. The left hand is pointing to the right elbow. Fold into that other hip. The arms swing as we're coming back forwards. Come back into press. Let's do that once more, but then we'll add the next posture on. Okay? Because we all need more practice. If you have been watching the revision videos, fantastic. Couldn't be better. Okay? But anyway, right, so here we go. To rise, and the fingers to rise. The elbows sink, and the hands come back. The elbows go back, the fingertips point up. Hands come back down in front of the thighs. Sink, turn the weight, catch them. Transfer all the weight forward onto that right leg, squaring your waist up towards the east. diagonal, take your step. Transfer the weight, left hand rises, right hand falls. Square your waist up toward the north, allowing the rear foot to pivot on its heel. Then ward off left. All the weight goes forward onto the left leg now, catching the moon. Waist to the diagonal, we take our step. Transferring the weight, the right hand rises, the left hand tracks it. We square our waist up toward the east. Fold into that hip a little more. Then the hands come, the weight comes back, the hands form the roll back kind of position there, turn the waist to the diagonal. We allow the arms to fall, and then as we're moving our weight forward, they come back up to meet in front of the body. That's the end of the press. So for the push posture, keeping our waist square towards the east, we're going to shift all of our weight back onto that left leg, and the hands open up. You could think that they're maybe holding a ball in front of us. Okay, maybe slightly over it, not underneath. Like this. And then transfer the weight back again, and the hands turn away. Okay, quite a simple movement, that one. Again, not terribly flowery. This style isn't particularly flowery. I have seen others out there, and it's not for me. So from press, so again, it's quite good when we're doing this because it's all in the same legs, same feet. Okay, so slightly more weight on that front leg. Make sure your knee doesn't go beyond your toes. That's not allowed. Okay, put an unnecessary stress on that joint. If you ever see, and the knee kind of is sort of doing this. If this is the lower leg, this is the upper leg. It's sort of doing that. And if you're here, it's just relying on your, the force is going like across the joint. If you're tilting too far out, all the force is going out this way, and we really want to still have force going down into that joint. So that's why we don't want to lean too far forwards. Okay. If your knees are giving you a twinge, for goodness sake, stand up. Okay. There's no point forcing it. If forcing it gives you an injury, okay, and then you're sort of maybe worse off than where you are at the present. So it can be quite a high posture if you want it to be. Okay, all we're looking for, remember, is the back foot, the toes are behind the heel of the front foot, and that's fine. But I've got slightly longer stance, so we're here, and we'll do the press. So the right arm is the same as for ward off right. Left hand just gently lands on top. So all the weight comes back onto the left leg, separating the hands. You can hold that ball, and then as you come back forwards, the hands turn away. Okay? Now if anything, you think about any kind of a movement, it's kind of almost sinking and then a little bit of sinking and rising going on, sort of a slight loop, if you like. So your push isn't straight forwards, it's kind of slightly up the way because we're sort of channeling into this front leg. Like that. Okay? Which is quite important, particularly if you end up doing push hands, because you can get someone to move. So, ward off right, from the press, come back, hands separate, come forwards. Again, we're not folding the wrists back here, we're still here. If someone were there, well yes, we could allow our wrists to fall back to allow for a push, but we don't need to do that at the moment. Okay, so that's the push posture. Add that on to the end. We will do a revision of that. Do I do it now or later, or on a totally separate day, even though the weather looks the same and I've still to cut the grass, although it's not growing quite so quickly in this warm weather. Okay, so there we are, to the end of push, and it actually gets you to the end of grasp sparrow's tail, okay, which is the main bit of the chorus of the form, and you will see that numerous times throughout. Okay, so as ever, thank you for watching, keep practicing, and see you next time.